Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. Let me share this. Hold on 1 second. Hope you guys are ready to get this day started. It's going to be the days are running together. It's going to be an amazing day. I promise. That I promise. So welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. Every day over here, boo. So what better place to be than here with me? Good morning. Are y'all having a good day? Can I ask y'all that? Y'all having a good day? I always say I'm having a good day, but are you guys having one? That's important. Are you having a good day? This far, it's 7:16. Are you having a good day so far this morning? If you are, that's amazing. And if you're not, it's going to be even more amazing. Because you will by the end of the morning. How about that? You will. So I hope you guys are ready to get this day started. Please make sure you share the show. Because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. You can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. Good morning. My name is Yamitra JoJo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy Specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? Good morning. All right, so let's do that there. All right, I had to share the show. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed the show yesterday. Yesterday was a good show. We talked about that bridge and taking a leap. And so I hope some of that stuck with you and that you took a leap for a different thought process or something different today, that you're going to move your mind forward. I hope that's what you're going to do. So, and then we talked about defining our superpower the day before that. And then we talked about opening the door and what that looks like of selfishness and being fearful. So today, let's get right into, let me pull up the quote of the day so I can get it to you. So let's get right into the fearless quote of the day. Please make sure you share the show, y'all. Here's the quote of the day. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in limitations. That is by Herman Melville. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in limitations. Girl, that's what we about to find out. Is it the right time? So that's the quote of the day. Is it better to fail in originality than to succeed in limitations? And I think that's why life can be a little bit more difficult at some points, like when you were in high school in your 20s, because it was all about imitation. You wanted to be like everybody else and not understanding your originality and who it is, who you are, and you as an individual person. And so that makes life kind of a struggle because you want to imitate other people, but then when that doesn't work out, you get upset. But it's because you're not living true to who you are. So the thought of the day, is it the time? Is it the right time? I'm going to tell you the time is now. So, the other day I talked about I got some questions. I got some more questions. So the time is now. So my question is, when do you think it's going to be a good time to start? When do you think it's going to be a good time to follow after your dreams? When do you think it's going to be a good time to make that decision you've been putting off? JoJo, when do you think it's going to be just the right, perfect time for you to open up that bookstore? JoJo, when do you think it's going to be the right time to address that friendship? When is it going to be the right time to lose, that extra weight you said you wanted? When is it going to be the right time? So that's my question today. Because I had to ask, y'all, when I ask myself questions, I'm going to bring them back and share them with y'all. Because if we on this journey together and I got questions, and if y'all got questions, please ask them as well. But this is one I had to ask myself last night. I was like, oh, I can't do that right now. But why not? Because it's not the right time. Oh, but when is the right time? Well, so here I was validating my excuses, right? Or why I couldn't do something. And it hit me, Jojo, the time is right now. What you waiting for? Are you waiting for everything, for the stars to line up and the sun to shine directly on you at 12:00 p.m. and for you to stand there in all your glory to get the right sign from God? Or you need to be tilted to the right, stand on one foot? Like, what are we waiting on for it to be the right time? When is it going to be a good time for you to start that dream? When is that going to be? Can we talk about that for a minute? Like, you have that dream, but when is it going to be a good time for you to go after it? When is it going to be a good time for you to make that decision? So can we talk about what we're waiting on? Because then that takes us back to 2-3 months ago. We talked about the habit of waiting and what happens when we get into the habit of waiting. And well, I'm waiting for this to happen, and I'm waiting for, the Lord to do this, and I'm waiting for Jesus to make a way, and I'm waiting for the Red Sea to part, and I'm waiting for the wind to blow just around the corner of the house the right way before I start out on this. But again, when do we think it's going to be a good time, though? Can we put that on the calendar? So this is what I found, and I think I might have shared this with y'all, or maybe I didn't. In my mind, I did. So a couple of weeks ago, I needed to send an email, and I was like, I'm tired. I don't want to send this email right now. And I took out a sticky note to write myself a reminder. And if anybody knows me, you know I hate to write. And if I've ever sent you anything, I'm sorry that you can't read any of my handwriting. It's because my hand can't keep up with my mind, and it physically hurts to grip a pencil or a pen, and because I type everything. And so here I am taking the time to handwrite something, a reminder that I couldn't even read for me to do for the next day. And I stopped mid-writing. I was like, the time that I'm doing this, to think it through, to write it out on a piece of paper, to then think it through again tomorrow, to then finally do it, I could do it right now. And I sent threw the sticky note away, sent the email right then. I slept better. Number one. But number two, that was a reality check for me. Like, Jojo, what you waiting on? When is going to be the right time? When is it going to be the right time for you to say, you the bomb, girl, go ahead and do that? When is it going to be the right time for you to understand what you were put here for? When is it going to be right time? So I got questions today. Anybody else ask yourself that before? When is going to be the right time? When is it going to be the right time to start? So this is your friendly reminder on this wonderful, beautiful day. The time is now. Like yesterday, what was that quote yesterday? Life is like, and I got to read it because it was so good. It says, I lost it. Oh, begin doing what you want to do now. We're not living in eternity. We only have this moment. Like sparkling like a star in our hand and melting like a snowflake. You only have right now. What are we waiting on? So here's my confessions and conversations. This is what I had to think about. Why am I afraid to start now? Because essentially, we're going to get down to the basics. Jojo, why you don't want to do this? Oh, well, because, I got 2 or 3 other projects going on and I cannot. Okay. But could you think about it? Could you pencil it? No, because I don't know. Well, what are you, because at the end of the day, it's going to come down to, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of that you will accomplish if you do it right now? Where your brain oozes out of your ears, like Cosby, like on Bill Cosby show, when he was talking to Theo, remember that? Are you afraid your brain is going to ooze out of your ears? Are you afraid that what you want is going to require more of what you're willing to give? As long as it's a dream, You don't have to work towards it. You don't have to do anything towards it or work after it. So there is no requirement of you to do anything because it's far away. So if we start to think about, well, why are we waiting? We start asking the questions, when is a good time? It may require you to actually do something about what you were thinking today, and not one day, not, ooh, I'm too overwhelmed. Jojo, I got too much going on. I got, you don't understand. I got things to do, and I got kids to raise. Good morning, Alicia. Good morning, Mama. I'm just saying. So when is it going to be the right time? When? When is it going to be a good time to start? I just want to know. Because if you looked at the thing for over the past 2 weeks, because yesterday, what, did you die though? Nope. But if you keep waiting, that's sure bound to happen. So are we waiting for our deathbed to then say, baby, don't be like your mama. Don't be like your sister, your auntie. Go live your life. So you want me to be on my deathbed to inspire a young person not to die with their dreams inside of them? But that's not. Why would I want to do that? I would rather show my young person, my niece, my nephew, my friend, my family members, try again. Try again. We're not validating our failures with excuses. We're not doing that. So I've got to try again. I want them to see that if you have the thought, act on it, be intentional, and work it out. And you figure it out as you go. I want them to see that. I don't want them to see me sitting there complaining about shoulda, coulda, woulda. And oh, baby, one day your mama wanted to be. Someday I think I'm gonna. And here I am on my deathbed. Don't be like your mama. And now let's think about it in another way. Is that not putting the stress of your dreams and that you allowed to die inside of you? Because that's what you did. You're putting that pressure onto someone who is not you, and they don't understand your life and your life story. So now you've given them your responsibility of carrying your dreams and theirs. And you ain't even got to wait till you die to do that. Right now, you not starting. You not asking, is this the right time? You not doing it now. And your kids and your friends and family around you seeing you frustrated and aggravated. That's putting undue stress on them as well. I've been stressed out thinking about that thing. Because I see friends and family I be like, oh my God, I sure wish they would do this and this. And here I am stressing myself out about the way they choose to live their life, which then in turn takes away from what I'm trying to do. So my question is, when is it going to be the right time? When do you think it's a good time? Let me help you out. So a lot of us, if you have children, well, JoJo, it's not a good time because I'm raising my kids. Okay. When do you think it's going to be a good time? It's not a good time because, I got to work this job. I'm sacrificing to work this job. And, I got to work it because I got bills and I got to do this. So when is it going to be a good time? When do you think it's going to be a good time for you to act on it? So, because if you can tell yourself, tomorrow is going to be a better time for me to work on this thought process or this idea. Tomorrow is going to be a better time. Maybe that'll help you out a little bit. But if you're not putting a time frame around it, is you never bring into fruition any thought that you will ever have. So when you think it's going to be a good time? Is it going to be a good time to start your dream when the kids are grown? Your dream could have changed by then. Because this is why your dreams change. Because you allow the limitations of life to stop you from dreaming. And in your daily habits, you forget that you once had a dream. And you become focused on sacrificing for your family to make money. Your family, let me tell you, I went to the girls once. So confessions and conversations again. I went to the girls once. And I was like, look, I know it's hard, y'all. And I was like, I'm sorry. Mommy is trying as hard as she can. I'm trying to start this business, and I'm doing these things. I said, if y'all could just stick with mama, I promise it's gonna be worth your while. I promise. And I was apologizing for how hard times have been. Like, no, we can't go eat at McDonald's because I need to do this. And this was really right when we were doing the Steve Harvey neighborhood awards. And I was like, if y'all could just hold on. And especially when book 1 and 2 came out. And I was like, if you could just hold on. I'm doing this and I know it's hard. And I was apologizing to the girls. And my oldest said, Mom, what you apologizing for? We see you have a dream and you work towards it every day. Even if we see you get mad, frustrated, and angry, absolutely. Well, she was like, we see you get mad and we see you yell at the computer or yell at people because you think they stupid, but then you sit back down and you do it again. Or you always find a way around. Your family would rather see you work it out, figure it out, than you negate your greatness, suck it in, allow it to eat you up, and then spew it out to them. Because this is how we become bitter people, angry people. Because we have allowed life to limit us in our dreams and our thinking, because we think that we're waiting for this perfect time. We think that we can't start right now, that I got to wait till the kids are this. Well, I got babies and I gotta wait. But you ain't gotta wait for nothing. That's your own limitations that you're putting on there. And so then you become bitter and angry, and you're mad on the inside at yourself that you never started. And then here you are at 45, 50 saying, okay, I done took care of everybody else. Now it's time for me to do my thing. And for some people, they want to make that sacrifice. And hey, that's okay. But for some people, it eats them up inside. And they become angry and bitter. And then you push that out to your friends and your family. You don't even know why. That's how you can complain about everything. That's how you can not like nothing. That's how you can hate everything that comes in contact with you. Or you ain't ever got anything good to say. It's because you have allowed life's limitations to allow you to eat your dream. Because you never question, but wait a minute, what am I waiting for? Because you got into the habit of waiting. The habit of waiting when the kids was grown. I'm going to wait till I get divorced. I'm going to wait till, mom and them do this. I'm going to wait till this happen. But what are we waiting for? And you have waited for 20 years. And then here you are 20 years later, and you don't even remember why you were waiting. You've forgotten your dream. Or it required you to be at this level when you're no longer operating at that level. So now you're doing twice the work because now you got to get up to the level that you need, which is fine because y'all know I say that age doesn't matter. If you want to achieve your dream, you can. But why wait? So my question is, when is it going to be a good time? When is it? The time is now. That's when it's a good time, right now. Because that's what I had to tell myself last week. That's what I had to tell myself last night. And on this journey, I'm not saying that I get it right all the time. I have sticky notes here as reminders, just like I tell you guys. Jojo, what you waiting on? 11:30 last night. I was like, okay, I'm tired. I quit. You have one email left to send. Yeah, but I'll send it tomorrow. But why? Because I want to think about it. But you already done typed it out. You already done drafted. What you waiting for? Well, I don't know. I was thinking the time is now. And the more that we allow room for us to put our limitations on there or in it, the more we allow ourselves to say, I don't know. The more you do that, the more you step away from your dream, the more you never begin to ask your question, the more you never understand your power, your superpower, your greatness. All of that is going to begin to fall away. It's going to fall away because you're going to assume you don't have time for it. You're going to assume, and you'll tell me a story. And there's not a story that you can tell me that I ain't told myself. But Jojo, you don't understand. I don't have no money. Okay. But you don't understand my mama. Oh, okay. I got one of them too. You don't understand my family, you don't understand what I'm going through. But when are you gonna? But the question You see, you can give the excuses and you can use them to validate your failure, which yesterday we decided we're not going to use our excuses to validate our failures ever. So that's out the window. So we know everything is happening. Absolutely. But when is it going to be a right? The question is not going away. When is it going to be a right time? It's never going away. It's always going to be there. It's going to follow you around. You know, like if you have a kid and they follow around, mama, 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 mama. It's not going anywhere. It's going to continue to ask you, Jojo, when is it going to be a good time? When is it a good time to dream? When is it going to be a good time to focus on you? When is it going to be a good time to handle that relationship? So on this wonderful day, I just want to remind you that the time is now. It is absolutely now. Because if we wait any longer, I don't want you to lose what you were waiting for. I don't want you to lose your dream. I don't want you to forget that you're exceptional. I don't want you to forget your superpower. You can use it now. You can accomplish whatever you want right now. What better time than now? Yes, we have this global thing going on, but what better time than now? Because see, this is what I know. When times were good, whatever that was, and you were allowed to go and come freely and you wasn't in your home and you could go out to eat and hang out with friends, you didn't do it then. So now here you are by yourself. Here you are quarantined or whatever. Here you are. What better time now to start asking that question? Hey, is today a good day? And you will answer, yes, today is a good day. You never allowed yourself to answer the question. You never allowed yourself to answer the question. You never allowed yourself to ask it nor answer because you assumed there was never going to be a good time. You were waiting for the stars and the sun to align and for the beam of light to hit you just the right way. Wait, ta-da, here it is. Everything has aligned and you have time to yourself at home right now with a notebook and a pen, a sticky note and a pen, or a pencil or a crayon or whatever to start asking those questions. So here's the first sentence. Today is a good day. Today is the right time for me to start this. Right now is the right time for me to think about how I feel about my friendships, my relationships, my job. Right now is a good time to do that. Right now. Because when things were normal, whatever that wasn't a good time. That wasn't a good time. So here you are with this situation. So can this be the right time? So on this wonderful day, it's going to be an amazing day. Let me read the quote again. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. Herman Melville. And maybe that's why you're not asking the question, because you're stuck in the imitation phase where you want to be like everybody else. You want to dress and think and act and do what they're doing. And so you can't ask the question. You can't answer it because you're busy being someone else. So now is a good time to look at you and look at your individuality and what it means to be an original you. I'm the original JoJo. Can't nobody do me better than I can do me. I can't do Miss Jo. I can't be a Miss Jo. She's an amazing woman, but only she can carry what it embodies to be her. I can't carry that. I can carry all the things that it means to be JoJo. I can handle that. My 5'2" frame was fit to carry all of that. And the questions become harder because it's kind of lopsided, because you are imitating other people's walk, other people's life. And so your body and your mind has become warped and distorted, trying to adjust to something that is not you. And so as you begin to ask that question, realize the power of your question, and realizing your superpower, when you begin to do that, now you are aligning yourself up. Now you are going where you're supposed to be. It's difficult when you've been living in an imitation of everything else. Because you have so many of them. You want to be like mama, so you act like her. And y'all know the likability trap. Good morning, Lachey. You have the likability trap that's stuck in there too. So you want to live your life like everybody else. You want to be like her. You want to wear your clothes like this. You want to talk like her. And then you have the likability trap where you want everybody to like you. And so you have everybody else's rules and regulations. So now that's warped. And so you will always say, it's just not the right time, JoJo. I can't do it right now because it's not the right moment. I just want to know, when is it going to be a good time, though? When is it going to be a good time? And it is better to fail at being an original than to succeed at being an imitation. When you begin to realize your superpower and you become original to who you are, then you'll be able to say, the time is right now. Let me do this now. What better time than right now? Because when things were normal, you didn't have time then. Here you are, quarantined, or you're unlimited, or whatever. Why is now not a good time? What are we waiting for? If you continue, and here's this is my own personal belief, okay? We cannot use our children as a reason why we cannot do anything. They cannot be an excuse why we cannot do anything. We cannot, JoJo cannot. Let me say, I cannot. I cannot say I'm sacrificing for my kids when technically, and I just want us to look at it in a reverse way. Are you really sacrificing for your children, for yourself? Are you really doing what's best for your kids when you accept less than what is required of you out of your life? I'm not going to follow my dream. Nope, because I've got to sacrifice for my kids to do this thing. But what if your dream is what's going to set them up? Y'all remember the other day we talked about generations down the line? What if that one step, that one leap that you were supposed to take yesterday in your mind with your superpower, what if that was the one thought that's setting you up? Because we are the first millionaires in the family. If you're not already, you will be. So if I'm going to negate that and not realize the power of my words to say it and the power of my words to actually do it, then I'm sacrificing everything for my children and future generations because I was not willing to take the responsibility to do the work. I was not willing to ask the question of, so JoJo, when's the right time going to be for you to be a millionaire? You want to be a millionaire on your deathbed? Or you want to leave $1 million for your kids and you can't enjoy it? Oh, you want to be a millionaire only in your mind only? Oh, because it's going to be a one day. It's not going to be a day one thing. Because we're celebrating day ones over here. So I don't think you can't use your children or your life circumstances as a reason why you don't start. That should be every reason why you do start. And just like we talked about yesterday, but did you die though? Try again. Try again. Yes, you had the thought, it didn't work. You learned something, try something else. Don't allow one mishap to stop you from living your whole best life. Your children are watching. They're watching whether you complain about your job every day, all day. They are watching whether you like what you do. And they are going to either follow in your footsteps or they're going to go in the direct opposite. Either you're showing them how to live less than and complain and assume that they can never have more, or you're showing them how to live in abundance and walk that thing out. You're taking that leap. If you missed the show yesterday, go back and watch it. We talked about that bridge and taking that leap. So which one is it going to be? Because every day you're building a legacy. Every morning you get up, your children watch you, wash your face, brush. They know your routine. That's why they don't get up. They waiting for you to yell because they know, oh, right about now, mama's going to yell. Right about now, auntie's going to say this. Your mama knows you. Everybody knows your routine. And your routine every day is building a legacy for your family. Every day. Your thought process that they see you, which is intentional, they see you walk that out every day. That is your legacy. So can we be mindful of the actions that we're taking today? Can you ask the question, what is the time now? Absolutely. The time is now. It is a great time to start. It is an amazing time for you to think about what you want to do and actually put it in action. It's an amazing time for you to realize that you have that superpower in between here. It's not going to ooze out of your ears. This is it. Come on, Kiva. More to go. Now is the perfect. Because if you cannot explain what you're waiting for, and you got to laugh at yourself. At least I do. Because when I be writing out why I can't start, and I start writing, I be like, I sound about as crazy. I sound like I'm 5 years old trying to explain to Gerald why I did this. When is it going to be the right? That's the only question today. When is it going to be the right time? When do you think it's a good time to start? When you think it's a good time to start losing that weight? When do you think it's going to be a good time to do that? Because let me tell you this quote. I read this somewhere. When you get up to do something in the morning, or let's say you're changing, right? You're going to start today. And when you start today and tomorrow morning you get up and you want to start again tomorrow morning, your body, which likes habits, is going to say, Jojo, lay back down. Go back to sleep. And this is what you have to tell your body and your mind, because you got to command your morning. Even the word says you got to command your morning. You got to say, no, Jojo, you need to get up, because you said that you got to hold yourself accountable. You said you want to lose some weight. So this is your time to do it, because you don't have no time throughout the day. Yeah, but I want to sleep. And here's the key. You need to tell yourself, Jojo, you've always done that. You've always gotten up and said you were sleepy. And you always went back to sleep. So when are you going to do something different? You've always done that. Can we try something else? I get mad at myself, because this is how I talk to myself in the morning. Like, you make me sick. Jojo, you get on my nerves. You always got something to say. You always trying to motivate me. What if I want to lay in the bed and sleep? Well, we know that. We know that's what you always do. But you're trying to get something different. So shouldn't you do something different? So when is it going to be a right time? Only you can answer that question. But I'm telling you, I'm taking away some excuses. Some excuses are you can't use your kids. You can't use your health. You can't use your health problems. You can't use your lack of money. You can't use your living situation. You can't use mama. You can't use daddy, auntie, grandma, cousin, brother, sister. You can't use your job. You can't use any of that as an excuse why you cannot start a thing today. So now that we've cleared the slate, is today not a good time? Is the time not now? And here's what happens. So when the morning show ends, you be like, yeah, I'm going to do it. But then life begins to happen. Like the kid is going to want something. The job is going to be like, man, I got to knock this out today. Like, I really want to start, Judge, but I got to knock this out today. You have got to hold yourself accountable. You ain't got to hold yourself accountable to me. You got to validate your excuses with yourself. So at the end of the day, you look in the mirror and say, did you start today? And here, if you missed the show yesterday, we talked about that leap. It only takes one step. That leap, no matter how big or small, it only takes one. So the fact that you thought about it, can we write it out now? Can we write it down so that it's ever present, so that you can see it? Baby steps. We celebrating all days here. We celebrating every single day. Not one day, day ones. So you got to hold yourself accountable. You want to hold other people accountable for certain things, but you won't hold yourself accountable for you. So at the end of the day, look in the mirror. And I do this when I brush my teeth. Jojo, did you do the thing you said you wanted to do? No, girl. Be gentle with yourself. Okay. No, I didn't do it today. Can we stop right now and go write it down as a reminder? And if you have, what was you about to go do, JoJo? I was about to go get in the bed, and y'all, I'm the only thing I watch on TV is at 11:30. I watch HGTV until I go to sleep. I'm about to go watch HGTV. Oh, so you mean to tell me the time you was going to watch HGTV, you just couldn't squeeze in doing this one thing? I get mad at myself. I'm like, you make me sick. So I finished brushing my teeth, and the time I was going to watch the TV is the time I used to do what I said I wanted to do. That's 30 minutes. When is the time going to be? But when is going to be the right time? When you on your deathbed and you putting the responsibilities of your dreams on your kids? Don't be like mama. I want you to go live your life. Well, now they're going to try to look at what you didn't do and make your dreams come true on top of theirs. That's not fair. Walk it out in front of them. Y'all, my kids have seen me fail at so many things, but they've also seen me get up at so many other things. Let them see you walk that out so they know to build up their tenacity, so they know you didn't die, though. For me, it's that simple. My ex-husband tried to kill me 3 times. I tried to kill myself. If I can survive almost dying 4 times, I can try again. It's that easy. For me, it's that simple. Did you die, though? Oh, no, you didn't? Try again. Oh, it hurt? Try again. Oh, you don't understand? Try again. You didn't die. The time is now. Make the decision now. What you holding on to that dream for? Where is it going? Is it gonna, are you marinating your dream? Are you pickling it, like we say in the country? Are you storing it up? Why are you holding on to it for? You got to start asking yourself that question. Like, what's the purpose of grasping onto it and holding on to it? So on this wonderful, absolutely wonderful day, I'm full of questions today. So the quote of the day: it is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. And that's by Herman Melville. And I love the quote from the 19th. Begin doing what you want to do now. We're not living in eternity, boo. We not. We have only this moment, sparkling like a star in our hand and melting like a snowflake. I love the trends that you're all excited. Oh, life is a sparkling star and it's melting like a snowflake. When is it going to be the right time? And that's by Sir Francis Bacon. You got the star in your hand and it's melting. When is it going to be the right time? Be demanding of you're demanding of everybody else. Oh, you're going to treat me this way. You're going to respect me, but you ain't demanding that from yourself. So on this wonderful day, I want you to have an amazing morning. I want you to have an amazing day, but I want you to ask yourself, when do you think it's going to be a good time? And I just want to remind you that the time is now. You have your superpower. Your superpower is here. This is your safe space. No one can see your dreams and your thoughts. They are your own. So you can go, run, jump, leap, however you feel in your mind, and it can be so. Your current reality is what you thought. Period. Period. You thought you wanted that job, so you went out and got it. You thought you wanted that dress, so you went out and got it. Look how powerful your thoughts are. Come on, Miss Renee, right now. Rat, as my big daddy say, rat now, gal. Rat now. Ain't no better time. No better time. And here's the wonderful thing. You ain't got to do it by yourself, boo. You ain't got to. That's what the Phyllis Morning Show is here. They only live past crazy specialists. My sister's keeper. I'm here for you. Period. I've been here going, it'll be 3 years in November. So on this wonderful day, you can do this, I promise. Yes, it's scary. It's going to take your breath away. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. It's going to be hard. You're going to stretch yourself. Whatever adjective or verb you want to stick there, that's what it's going to be. Here's the main thing. You ain't going to die. You just ain't. A to the man, Miss Renee. A to the man. The time is now. So on this one, y'all, the time is now. I'm going to open up that bookstore. Absolutely. There will be a bookstore. When I tell you I got a notebook and I'm writing out the names, there will be a bookstore. Absolutely. The Sisters Retreat coming in October, it will be so. The power of the mind. What you think and what you say, when they align, they show up in front of you. He gave you that power. He gave you that superpower. Can you use it? Don't give it back. The least you could have did, he said, was put it in the bank so it could draw some interest. The least you could have did was try one time. You don't owe the Creator that much. Try at least once. And then what you'll find is when you try once, you'll want to try again. I promise. So I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. Please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel where they can binge watch it. This show will be up on the YouTube channel in just a few minutes. If they don't like YouTube and they like podcasts, this will be a podcast in just about 15 to 20 minutes. And I'm everywhere podcasts are found. I'm on Apple. We're on Stitcher, your Android, your iPad, wherever you listen to your podcast. It is the Live Past Crazy Show. The Live Past Crazy Show. So, guys, the Sisters Retreat is coming up October 16th through the 18th. It will be in Savannah. Go to bit.ly/Sister Rise. And Sister Rise means this. RISE stands for Revitalizing Individuals' Sacred Energy. This is going to be a time, my sisters, for us to understand how powerful we are, to understand how to create that power if you forgot that you had it. And this will be a safe place for you to realize your greatness and for you to recharge yourself so that you can give more than what you're currently giving. Your energy bucket is exhausted and we're about to fill it up. So bit.ly/Sister Rise. I will post that on the link. If you go to my page, there is a post about it as well. So that is open for 12 women only. It will be in Savannah. So this is how I want y'all to picture it. And fellas, I'm working on y'all. But for the ladies, I want you to picture, because you go to things and it's always busy. Like you got to go here and you got to go there. This is going to be a calming retreat. There will be books in your room and journals. And we're going to have the quiet space for you to think and be. And you will be building a sisterhood with the other women with you. And you will be free to have if you don't want to participate on the walk on the beach or the minute by the water, if you don't want to do any of that and you need that quiet time to go to your room and figure that thing out and write it again, then you'll have the free time to do that. Thank you, Renee. It's bit.ly/ if somebody can type that in for me, bit.ly/Sister Rise, and you can find it there, and I will post it right after this. And you will have a private chef, so there will be a chef. You will be sharing a room, so if you want to bring a girlfriend with you, you absolutely can. But y'all, we doing the work of the thing, because as my sisters keep, if I've learned something, it is now my responsibility to share it with you so that you can change your family, who will change the community, and we will change the world. And it's that simple. And I got to start one sister at a time, and that's what I'm doing. One sister at a time, one brother at a time, period. So I hope you join me for the Sister Rise Retreat. And if you want to get an idea of what the Sister Rise Retreat, we did the 5-day Self-Care is Gangster journey. I will be starting another one. So go to bit.ly and I will post that in here. Gangster Care, where you can sign up. And on those 5 days, you will get a guided thought process and ideas of what you need to do. So you'll get it at 6 in the morning. You're going to have a thought of the day and an exercise. Like we asking questions. Period. You ain't got to share your answers with me because you got to validate that with yourself. But at least you're going to see what the journey is going to look like when you get to the... Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Renee. When you get there. So if you're ready to do that Self-Care is Gangster because we're doing the work, then that's a free... Self-Care is Gangster is free 5-day guided journey. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. The time is now. What better time than today? Ask yourself, when is it going to be a good time? And I'm going to leave you with the quote of the day. Success is not fine. I'm sorry. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. Be you, boo. Stand flat-footed in your name. Your mama gave it to you. I'm a white to my heart. I'm a Twitty to my bones. And I'm going to stand flat-footed, shoulders back, chest up, head up. And I'm going to say that thing. A to the man. All right, I want you to be peaceful, period, because there's nothing after that. I want you to have an amazing day, and I will post all the links. Thank you, Renee, for posting that one, and I will post it again in just a few minutes. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you here bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.